Okay, we got that front tire replaced. It had a bad valve stem on that new tire, so they put a new valve stem on it. So that's on the 4106, so that's good to go. 4104 is down here on the pad now for a while. We're getting ready to remove the drive shaft on it. So they're just starting to take apart the U-joint on it. It was the easiest way to get to, because it's hard to get a, you can't get an open-end wrench on that. So you're using a box end on it. It's just too difficult. But they're gonna go ahead and jack it up and take the tire off of it to get better access to the differential side of the drive shaft. There's so much slop in this drive shaft, it's crazy. Can you rock that back and forth? You can probably see. Like left and right, like turn like a clock. There you go. You can see it moving, but the slip yoke doesn't move there. Okay, the transmission side of it. Try it one more time. Yeah, sure. Thank you. So that's why that's going off and going to a drive shaft shop. Get a new one made. This is a pipe that burst, copper pipe on the MCI. I had a little heater in the bay on it. It's a 800 watt heater, and I had it on low. It has two, high and low, and I thought low would do enough to heat up the bay to keep it from freezing, but it was sub-zero, minus 25 wind chill, and this water pipe is on the side the wind was blowing from, and it froze. So live and learn on that. I was trying to keep everything from freezing there by putting that heater down there, but it just wasn't enough. So I ended up putting a 1500 watt heater in there, and I set that on a thermostat, and that did just fine after that. But yeah, we had to cut this out, and I just ran some new PEX in there.
Watch out.
Just watch your back. And then you might need to pull on that end while he moves this end. If he lifts this end up.
We're going your way?
Well,
No, we're going your way. Okay.
don't hit your fingers, whatever you do. What do you need to do?
It needs to be left up more so it can actually drop
If you can, it's a slip yoke, so do you pushing grease out of it, just push it towards him. See the little worms coming out of it? And then eventually it'll make it shorter, and then maybe that'll get you there.
You want to try and spin it?
Yeah.
Okay. Jonathan, help me spin it.
Which way?
Towards the outside.
Clockwise.
Yeah, that way.
Let go. Can your end come?
Like that?
Yeah, you're not ready to come out yet. I think it's gonna have to go your way, actually, Hunter.
Because if I try and pull it, it'll just extend the slip yoke.
Almost. Yeah, if you lift your end up, Hunter, it's gonna. Oh, it's so close.
Can you bend that bracket since it's got a U-joint on it?
Yeah, you can. Clock it, turn it. There you go. Okay.
Now just yank the top end toward you.
Yep. Watch your fingers there, man. Can I go down that? It has to come your way.
There ain't no way it's coming out over here.
Pull it out. It's longer than it looks, right? Don't hit that jack. Is that bent? It's an optical illusion. Looks like it goes like that. It's a new tool cart Jonathan got for Christmas there. That's the service cart, the full bay one. It's really nice. Okay, so we got everything getting cleaned on here. The races are getting knocked out, so we're getting all new bearings and races on both of these. Everything's getting cleaned up. New shocks, new airbags, new kingpins in the front. It's all new shocks all around. It's got eight shocks going on it. Again, everything here is getting cleaned up, ready to go. That stuff was really nasty. We're getting that new valve, the regulator that was leaking really bad. It's just cheaper to replace it than get a rebuild kit for it. On the engine here, there's an oil leak. It's from the power steering fluid, and there's a little O-ring in that power steering thing there that we got to replace, and that will solve that problem. But that's his biggest oil leak on the ground is coming from there. We're going to replace all the filters, fuel filters, oil filters, transmission filter. We're going to change the engine oil and change the transmission fluid and the rear end fluid as well. So all that stuff's getting changed, mostly because we don't know the condition of it, and just so he can start with good maintenance records on everything. Definitely that gear oil needs to be changed. It's had a lot of nastiness going through it. And then the transmission, because it was in the church, I'm guessing that's probably not in their budget to normally service that kind of stuff. And I don't see any transmission fluid bottles in there. I saw some engine oil bottles in there that are not the right engine oil for it. Some of the bottles are CF2 rated, but the Dello 100 is CF2 rated, but there's bottles of the Dello 400 in there, and the Dello 400 is not CF2 rated. So it used to be a long time ago, but the bottles that are in there are no good anymore for that. So we're just going to change the engine oil because we don't know if it's all CF2 that's in there. Transmission fluid, filter, all that stuff. So everything else is looking really good on it. Kingpins have been ordered, so we're going to replace the front kingpins on here. The new bearings, like I said, are in that. We're getting a new cap for it coming in. This side was the only bearing that was good on the bus, was this one right here. But it's got to come back off because we're going to do kingpins on it. Is it really that much pressure in there? Or is that thing battery low? Oh. And you put a new fitting in it or no?
Yeah.
That's weird. So the bottom grease fitting was broken off, and then the top one is broken off as well on that clamshell on there. And you put a new grease fitting in the bottom, and it wasn't wanting to take grease. The one on the top looks like they've welded over the hole. Not really sure what's up with that, but we're going to see if we can get grease into it. That explains why there's so much wear in it. Jonathan's in here working on taking the shocks off. Is it spinning or is it coming? Pipe wrench should hold it. Taking grease now? Oh yeah, it is. Keep going.
Still pumping?
Yeah, as long as it's making that noise, it's pumping. finally starting to come out of the top there. Let's put a floor jack under that and have Jonathan jack it up, and then I'm going to have you put some more grease in it so we can pivot it a few times. But it's good to see it's finally starting to ooze out of there. That's a lot of grease. Keep going, Jonathan. You can stop pumping grease for a minute. Keep doing the jack though until you feel it get real heavy. If it starts lifting the body, stop. That's good, Jonathan. Hold on there. Give it a few pumps of grease. If it shoots it out right away, and then I'll have him lower it. Okay, go ahead and lower it down now. Jonathan? Okay. Yeah, just let it go all the way down. Wow, why is it not going? Yeah, give it a little push. Careful. Okay, nothing holding it but that shock, so you be careful. Hit it with a hammer. Maybe he should put the jack back.
Bring the jack around here.
It's making noises. Take it up pretty close to it. The gravity should have swung that thing back down, no problem. That's good. Big pry bar, sledgehammer. Maybe stand on the spindle if you put your weight on the spindle. Not that I see. Your weight on it? It ain't moved. Okay, now I can lower the jack. Lower it. Not want to move anymore. Let's keep greasing that up. Hit that front grease fitting. Now it's empty. That's the noise it makes. Get another tube of grease in there. Jonathan took the Croyle and went around and pre-treated all the hardware on the shocks to get the shocks off. Hasn't done that one yet. But that way that coil can sit on there and soak, so hopefully all that hard will be a little easier to get apart. Stuff works great. Got the gun stuck?
I was going to.
Reloading and repriming this Harbor Freight grease gun, this Hercules brand. It's pretty easy. Worst case scenario, we're gonna have to tear this all apart, pull the swing arm out and clean it really good and put it back in. There's obviously some wear on it, but I don't think it's, I mean, I've seen much worse. I think we can save them about $5,000 by just getting good lubrication on it. And there it's primed now. Uncomfortable position. Okay, coming out now. That's good. We may have to take that up and down a few times to work that grease in there, and we'll see what happens. Maybe only go about halfway up with it to begin with, and let it see if it'll fall down, just to get the grease. No. Yeah, it's coming off. That's crazy. It's like it's starting to go, yeah. So which one is that? Okay, go and shake that off. All right, and jack it up. Yeah, just dump the air. I decided to use the airbag to make this thing pivot a few times instead of us struggling with the pry bar. It should move on its own. Gravity alone, that's how it should be greased up enough to do that. Let the jack all the way down. Reinflate it. I don't think that's the right one. There you go.
Bottom. Oh no, it's both of them.
Is it?
Yeah, I gotta do both of them.
Oh. Okay, take it up again. Try just the bottom one. Yeah, that's all right. Does it feel like it's any easier to pump on the jack, or has it always been the same?
The same kind of. Did seem to go back down faster than last time.
Well, the air
But
pressure
then
is
they
higher.
just give you good air.
You could probably shut the air off to the bus now too.
Yeah, with 15, 16, sorry.
Is the ratcheting wrench fit in there at all, or no?
No.
At least you get a little bit of a swing there. The inner bag bolt is just too difficult to get there, so he's going to take the air chisel, the Chief, the giant Harbor Freight air hammer, just get in there and just knock off the.
Out of the way now.
No, I mean, it's not in the way. I just didn't want it to be in there at all if I could. But I didn't have to.
Get it?
Yep.
That's fun, huh? Here's our gear oil, our Rotella T1 40 weight, and our Delvac synthetic transmission fluid, and most of our filters are there. We're still missing a couple from them. Jeez, oh Pete's. That's the sound of it doesn't want to come off. Sing row, row, row your boat while you're doing it, Jonathan. I hope so.
I used the 3/8 one over there. Not this one.
I don't know if that's gonna come. Yeah, I would definitely switch. Go to the ratcheting wrench. That'd be your favorite friend right there. see it smoking.
On where the other one was going.
Spray some Croil, more Croil on it. Did it make it any easier with the Croil or no?
It was, I think.
Could throw some kindling on that and start a little fire. Did you burn off all your Croil? Put some more on it, maybe it'll help. Careful, you're under it. Don't touch it when it comes off. Who needs to put a torch on it to heat it up, man? Holy cow. You're sending up smoke rings. Kick it over to Hunter and ask him to pick it up. This is the wrench extender that we use. VIM, Victor India Mike, is the name brand on it, WE15 if you look for it. We got it from our Mac Tools guy, but it hooks on a wrench and just allows you to have a lot more leverage on it. Much safer than trying to hook the two ends of a wrench together, because when they slip off, you bust your knuckles big time. But, yeah, we use this thing a lot. It's super handy. I should probably pick up another one. That is terrible. That is a horrible airbag. All the parts from this bus are growing. The ratcheting wrench wasn't working? Slide that little block back under there. Just the little one, not the big one. There you go. Go a little bit more with it. Good. Safety. You see it? You see it, Hunter?
Yeah.
1/2-inch pipe plug. Oh, well, we got one of those too. You want a non-flex head half?
There's just the anvil in it sitting there.
Probably filled with shit.
Please, honey, don't breathe. Don't breathe. Are you? Huh?
About to fall out. I don't think that flex head's doing any favors. It needs to be tightened up or something. It's
It won't get any tighter.
You want a different ratchet? Try not to drop it in there. That looks gross. A lot of shit on it, huh?
A lot of water.
There's water that came out?
Pretty gray.
Yeah, that's, when it first came out, it seemed like that, the color of it. Just fine particles on it. It's not too bad for a diff plug. But not very much oil came out. There's about 3 gallons came out. They're supposed to hold 5. Here, can you put that back in the thing? Yeah. You definitely don't want that flex head.
I think the non-flex.
Jonathan is using the chief chisel to knock off that nut there. The back one, it stopped. He wasn't able to turn it anymore. And it's in a straight line with the oil drain pan we've got under there, and it caught the collar right when it broke the bolt. This collar pulled back and it ejected the chisel, and the chisel landed in the oil drain pan from the differential. So now he's got to go fishing. Yeah, that's only about half full. There should have been 5 gallons in there, not that. Here's a magnet for you. Better than putting your hand down in there. You got it. That's only 2.5 gallons.
Oh, click.
It looks like you're wearing a glove. Our big container for oil wouldn't fit under there, so we had to use the 5-gallon one, but this holds more than 5 gallons, so we had to stop it halfway through. Just a little bit of fine rubber on it. Back up. And slide that bucket back over here. Wrench set. Where you at?
One bump it again. You ready? Frame metal on it.
Bring it out. Definitely doesn't look as red as it should.
You want me to bring? Well, I guess I can plug this one a little easier.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Let me test plug with my finger first.
You'll definitely be able to do it.
Squared away.
Yeah. Here, let's just, Hunter, grab the other green container back there and get ready to let him just switch it. How full is it getting?
Oh, I can't really see.
What you got under it? Something's under the container. Okay, where's the drain plug? Got it all. There's definitely some dark trans fluid. Spinning? Like some oil leaks under here. Be careful, it's heavy. Is it all the way down now? Well, we put in a long, hard day's work today. This swing arm is starting to move more freely. We're just going to keep working it because it hadn't got greased in a long time. It's got a lot of play on it. Worst case, I think we'll have to just pull it out, clean everything real good, and then maybe put it back together, grease it, put it back together, and I think he'll be okay for another few years on it. Something we're going to monitor for now, but I don't think it's worth investing another probably $5,000 to replace it right now by the time we do the bushings and everything. But everything's, good to go over here too. We're making good progress. The mobile welder is going to be out first part of next week to weld up that bottom where that broken weld is on, that airbag support that's on there. So that'll get taken care of by the mobile welder. We should have all the parts back in here real soon, first part of the week. Not sure since the holiday falls on a Sunday, not sure how that works out. If with deliveries and stuff on Monday, we're going to get stuff. Otherwise, probably Tuesday we'll have parts for it. We have a Prevo H345 coming in for the other bay here this weekend. So we'll get that in here first part of next week too. So it's going to be pretty busy around here. We got that drive shaft for the 4104 going out to get redone. And then we've got some work to do on that 4106 as well. So a lot of buses around here that need work. We're almost done with the engine rebuild on the MCI that's outside, the 8V71 that we're rebuilding. We've got one head that we're over here still assembling to go back on. Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff going on, lots of videos coming up, and we're definitely making progress. This bus we thought was going to be in pretty good shape, but obviously the maintenance had just been deferred for a long time on it, and we needed to really get into it and catch up on some maintenance on it.
up the holler through the trees. And from a mile away you can hear them play as they climb that hill with ease. But at the top of that mountain there's a new life waiting for those who can make the run. If they can make it to the top, Scott will put them in the shop till their new life has begun. Mountain, where the buses come to run. Bus Grease Mountain, we're gonna get that big job done.